These fish are all in our harbors.
Close to 14 there.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Yes, folks, I'm getting my Christmas gift a few days early this year. I'm going to do some brown trout and steelhead fishing with guide Tim Maher. And Tim, the fishing in late December, mid-December can be awesome, huh?
Yeah, if we have open water, it's amazing. And sometimes when it freezes up early, we're able to pound them through the ice early too.
Well, this is such a unique guide service that you have. We're in this 3-man raft, and I absolutely love it. It's easy to cast in. You got the nice swivel seats. It's comfortable. And really, this is a very effective way to attack the trout, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the easiest way to fish the river system. You can just come up to a hole, slide up where you want to be, and drop the bobber in and let her roll.
Now, brown trout are fall spawners, so they come up all these tributaries off of Lake Michigan to spawn. What are your favorite rivers in the southern part of the state?
Milwaukee, Sheboygan, Manitowoc, and then I'll go all the way up to Kewaunee and Algoma at times too. You got to watch the flow gauge and pay attention to conditions. That's how you pick your river.
Can we get a trophy fish?
We're gonna do it.
Hey folks, we'll show how we're using it and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this. Nice bass, I'm bullet. Let's pull that up. There you go. You've proven that will call fish inch. Yeah, there's no doubt. Oh my gosh! Oh, look at that!
This holiday, why not give them the gift of their first ride? Now during the Yamaha Let's Ride Holiday Sales Event, you can make their dream a reality. With 0% APR for 12 months on all TTRs and the legendary PW50. There's never been a better time to make their first ride their best ride.
Hi, I'm Pete Mena, and I think most people agree that rust sucks. What I use to help prevent rust and unrust things is AMSOIL MP, AMSOIL Metal Protector. Meet Chris McGillis of McGillis Weimer, experienced personal injury lawyers.
A lot of the people that watch your show, I mean, those are the type of customers and clients that we have, right? I mean, good people, care about their community, they're passionate about the outdoors. That's just been a way to have a bond with somebody in a relationship. To truly tell a client's story to a jury or a judge and be persuasive, I really think you gotta be able to walk in their shoes and be able to explain why what happened to them matters.
Hey, welcome back, folks. I'm very, very excited to tangle with a big old brown trout today out of this beautiful raft that Tim has us in. And Tim, what I like about this, it's hands-on fishing, and you use a bobber rig, Tim?
Yeah, this is a 11-gram float that I have on here and a little shot line, and then it's a long lead to a long 8-pound lead to a bead and a spawn bag.
And all you do is cast that out and let the current take it down?
Yeah, basically.
And you want to keep a tight line.
Yeah, you want to mend your line. You always want your line behind your float.
And then when a bite happens?
Set the hook, cross their eyes.
Hey, here we go. What do you got on there? What do you got, Tim?
Looks like a little coho.
Little coho salmon coming in. We're underneath the bridge right now. Look at that thing. That is a pretty fish. Now, in the net, in the raft here, how do you net these?
Got to get them upstream.
Yeah, there you go.
Come here.
There you go. And that's actually a smaller fish, right?
Yeah, that's a little guy.
And
but we got the skunk out.
Yeah, and I want to see what this looks like too. So your bobber just went down.
Yep, shot down right there at the beginning of that run. A little bit further back than that.
Okay, when there's one, are there more usually?
Oh yeah, usually that's the line you want to be on.
Okay, turn around and show the folks. Now that is a...
Little coho salmon.
And how big do they get?
They can get up to 15 pounds.
Seriously?
Yeah, most of them are under 10 pounds, but we've gotten some really big ones. We got one over 15 this year.
Hey Tim, what are you doing out there?
Busting up this ice so we got a bigger hole to fish.
Oh, so you're actually breaking off big chunks of that surface ice and it'll float down river and we'll come back and fish this spot?
You got it, buddy.
Okay, do not fall. Hey, here we go, 2 in a row for Uncle Tim there. All right, Tim, is this one a little bit bigger, buddy?
Yeah, this one seems like it's better. It didn't even move when I set the hook.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, when you get a real big one on, I mean, it's kind of tough with that long rod and a raft to land them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Now, we can't tell what this is yet, but that's 2 fish out of the same spot there, folks, too. Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
It is a pretty good one. Okay, folks, it's a pretty good one. Oh, yes, this is a pretty good one. Holy cow, wait till you see this. Now, what do I do here?
You can extend that out.
Okay,
Push that button. Push the button in the middle.
Okay. This is a really nice fish, folks. Tim smiles at the camera like, you know, you're having fun there, right? Oh, this is big. This is big. This is big, folks. Looks like a torpedo down there, man. Look at the size of that thing. What is it?
It's a big old brownie.
It's a big old brown. Okay.
No, just wait.
Okay,
I'll get it up next to us.
Yeah, you tell me what to do
now
here.
you can get it. Get it.
Whoa.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap. One more, Tim. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of hard to figure out what I'm doing here.
She wanted to come up right away. I was expecting to bring her back further. Here we go.
Right.
Coming up.
Here we go. 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 Yeah, get in there.
There you go.
Wow.
No.
Oh my gosh. Do I have them in there? There.
Lift up. No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got him.
I'll tell you what, folks. The netting is as tough as the catching. That is a beautiful fish, man.
You got him, buddy.
Tell the folks what happened on that, Tim.
Oh, when I set the hook, that thing didn't even move. That bobber dropped down and wow.
So you're casting out and letting the bobber float down, and you got it set so the egg is near the bottom, right?
Yeah, it's just fluttering up and down off the bottom. Every now and then you'll touch the bottom, but you want it close to the bottom when it's super cold like this.
And I can't wait till the folks see the color on this fish. How big is this guy?
It's over 10 pounds.
Wow, that's amazing, buddy. On an average trip, how many do you catch a day usually?
I mean, on an average, I would say at least 5 fish. Sometimes we'll catch up to 10, 15 fish. It all depends.
Now, Tim, you'll release that fish and she'll swim away a good shape, right?
Absolutely. Let them go, let them grow.
Yeah, that's interesting. And that's probably an older fish. Go ahead and release them if you want there, buddy. And that is so neat that you can come back maybe next year and catch that brown again. That's awesome. I mean, dude, that is absolutely, tell the folks, that's a trophy fish, isn't it?
That is a trophy.
Do a lot of folks mount them once they catch?
A few people take replicas and stuff. I don't usually have a lot of people keep fish. Typically anybody that wants to come and fish and wants a trophy, they take a replica because you could catch 3 to 4 fish like that a day.
That beautiful fish, buddy. I mean, I want to catch one of those. And what we're doing, folks, I don't know, how long is this St. Croix rod?
13 foot.
13 foot, which gives you a lot better fighting capability against a big fish like that. But how we're getting them to bite is you basically just drop that down and you let the current carry the bobber down. Is that the deal, Tim?
Yep. You want it as natural as possible. You're hitting the bottom again.
Okay, just give it a little pull though when it hits the bottom. And try to keep your line tight to the bobber, right?
Yep.
So as the bobber floats down, it's going past the fish. And when that bobber goes down or makes a different type of approach, you just set the hook, right?
Set the hook.
Right away, right?
Yes, sir.
Got to hit them right away, folks, because they'll spit it out. Look at that, he's hooked up again 10 minutes later, folks. And you were right, Tim. I asked you earlier in the day, you know, how many can you catch in a day? Boy, at this rate, man, we've only been out here a short time. Does this feel like another big one?
It's a bigger fish, at least.
Okay, well, folks, again, now, how are my netting skills? That's all he does is laugh on my netting skills.
It's a coho.
A coho salmon this time.
Looks like a red one.
Okay, I will try and do a better job netting here, buddy.
Here he comes.
Okay, buddy. There we whoa. There we go. How was that?
That was much better,
Much
John.
better netting job
Much
there.
better.
Now, what amazes me, folks, when I see these fish, whether it's a coho or a brown, how their individual colors really vary a lot. And this one almost looks red. Hold on, we'll get him off the net and show you. Now you can see in his mouth there the salmon egg that he hit. And this is a kite jaw that we were talking about, which means what?
This is a male. This is a buck coho salmon.
And explain the coloring on that fish.
Once they're in the river for a while and they get into spawning colors, this is what they look like when they spawn. When they come in, they don't have that kype either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they change as they get into the river.
So that kype develops when?
As they come into their spawning colors. As they get in the river, they're in here a couple of days, their colors start to change, they'll start to get that kype.
That's a pretty nice fish. Hold him out.
Yeah.
I mean, how big is that one? About 5 pounds?
Yeah, probably 5-6 pounds.
And you know what's so cool, folks? And Tim does this. Once the rivers freeze up, you'll actually guide ice fishing on the river?
Tyler and myself, we do a lot of ice guiding for them. We'll even catch cohos through the ice, but lots of browns and steelhead.
Yeah, we're looking at a clip that you and I shot a year or two ago up on the Manitowoc River, and that was ice fishing, and that's kind of fun. You sit in easy chairs along the shoreline and watch your tip-ups.
Absolutely.
And get a chance for a trophy.
Yeah, you sure do. We had a lot of good fish that day.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal, 20% off the Rapala jigging wraps on sale starting at $4.79.
The skies are clear, shine on and on. Wisconsin woods and waters we all own. The skies are clear, shine on and on.
This fight is between you and the fish. The lake may get unruly, but our motors quiet the noise. And now that the best trolling motors ever made are even better, we'll lead the charge. So you can focus on getting them to bite whenever and wherever the fight takes you. With Minn Kota, you're free to fish on any front.
Folks, I drive 40,000 miles a year. I use AMSOIL synthetic oil for 2 reasons. I don't have to change my oil for 25,000 miles. My truck runs better and I get better gas mileage. Folks, you see us talking about the Johnson Pump washdown kit every week. On a charter boat, pontoon boat, any boat, it's really a great thing to have. Now, you guys get a lot of blood on your hands, so what do you do?
John, this washdown pump right here, the Johnson, just spray it right off. And obviously, we got quite a bit of blood on the back deck, and this thing will take care of it.
So you actually use it while we're out here fishing so the customers don't get blood and everything on them.
Exactly.
And again, that's the Johnson Pump washdown kit. You love it?
Love it.
Eagle Claw, the pick of the week. The Eagle Claw Chappelle Winter Camo Ice Fishing Jet Sled is very helpful to have to bring all your items out on the ice. Eagle Claw, the only hook made right here in the USA.
This is really cool when you got a guide like Tim. He wants to go back upriver a little bit and look at the horsepower in front of the boat.
Yeah, pulling us up a little bit.
Now that's much easier than rowing, but normally you don't have to get out too much, do you, Tim?
No, not normally.
Is that
Yeah.
pretty heavy pulling us?
No, it's pretty easy.
All right, you wanted to get up to another hole, huh?
Yeah, our conditions were pretty poor before and we didn't get to fish it good enough, so.
I don't know what you are doing right, but it's something I'm not doing. That's 3 hookups in a row for you there, Big Tim. And how's this one feel?
This is a good fish.
This is a good fish, folks. Tell the folks at home. Tell them.
This is a good one.
All right. Again, folks, though, these long rods, that is an absolute necessity to fight these fish because they'll cushion that line, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got here?
Another coho.
Another coho salmon. There we go, right into the net there. Now, are you doing something I'm not doing?
I don't know.
No,
I
it
don't
is
think so.
That's 3 fish in the last 15 minutes, folks. And for folks that haven't caught a big fish before, this is certainly the trip to go on. And Tim, can you give us a little calendar of when you can do the raft trips on the river?
for the fall run here, usually we have October, September, late October and early September is the king salmon, and then end of October, November, December is our trout trips.
Oh yeah, I'm finally hooked up here. All right. That bobber was way downriver, and you actually saw it go down, Tim, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, these long rods are fun.
That might be a steelhead there.
You seriously? Why would you say?
The way it's jerking real fast like that, usually the browns don't do that.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at the rod bending, that long rod. That's pretty cool. And I'll tell you what, it is fun to fight these fish. What do we got there, buddy? Another coho salmon?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. What a ball, man. That is cool. And there we go. Nicely done. Now that one is a different color, folks. So when the salmon come in, like you said before, they will change their colors. And the males and females are different colored, Tim?
Yep. This one's a little fresher of
Okay.
a fish. It's not red, real red yet.
Okay, very
You
pretty
want to open
though.
your bail, John?
Oh, sure. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah, that's not a bad fish at all.
This is kind of interesting today, folks. If you look, we got, what is that, like ice floating down the river, or what do you call that?
Slush. We got
Slush.
a lot of slush coming down.
And that's from the cold night, and that's making it a little bit more difficult to fish today. But Tim, I wanted to ask you, how many years you been doing this, fishing the rivers?
I've been fishing the rivers for trout hard for at least 25 years now.
That's amazing. And generally speaking, if you're going to do some shore fishing or try to do what we're doing, what kind of areas in the river do you look for? Where do these fish hide this time of year?
Typically, I'm looking for, you'll look for a riffle, a little faster water, a little riffle, and then a hole behind that. So you have fish that spawn up in the shallow water. A lot of those eggs flush back into the hole, and then when the fish are done spawning, they move back into the holes. So that's typically what we're fishing, is deeper holes on the backside of spawning gravel.
Now, you got a nice anchor in this boat, which holds us beautifully. So you anchor above the hole and just let that bobber flow through the hole? Is that the deal?
Yep, we can make it real easy here where we don't have to cast far. We can control our line easy. It makes it a lot easier out of the raft.
Folks, it's time now to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2023 Fishing Contest.
This week's first winner is Al Michalski of Dowsman, Wisconsin, caught this 15-inch perch on Cascade Lake using a tube jig. Jennifer Landcourt of Delafield, Wisconsin, caught this 10-inch bluegill on the Minocqua chain using a worm. David Renz of Lake Mills, Wisconsin, caught this 30-inch walleye on the Bay of Green Bay using a crawler harness. Dave Gilberto of Waukesha, Wisconsin, caught this 24-inch largemouth bass on the Petchko River using a runner. And this week's first kid winner is Mason Barter of Kenosha, Wisconsin, caught this 11-inch bluegill on Cranberry Lake using a wax worm. And Aiden Shee of Blaine, Minnesota, caught this 50-inch muskie on Lake Vermilion using a Bondi bait. Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, 20% off all ice fishing combos on sale starting at $7.19. And save $80 in the Clam Kenai Pro Thermal one-person ice shelter on sale for $419.99.
Hey, Josh Tigan here. You know, I guide all winter long in some very harsh conditions on Lake Superior and on the inland lakes. And one product I use a lot is AMSOIL Quick Shot. This allows me to keep my machines running smoothly all winter long, even in the worst conditions.
Hey folks, I'm at Clam headquarters in Rogers, Minnesota, and Clam is known for always coming out with innovative, really cool ideas. And this Clam Predator, I've been wanting one of these for years, and you made one for me. How does it work?
You got it. It's a very well-engineered automatic hook setting device so you can fight a fish with a rod and reel.
Now that's awesome for the type of fishing I do, whether it be brown trout, steelhead, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan. How does it work?
You know, it's fairly simple. There's a little bit of a learning curve. There are some videos online if the viewers want to learn more. The tip goes in here. I've done this a bunch of times. This locks in place. That has now got the rod in position. You got a flag so you can detect when a bite goes off. Now, when a fish pulls this,
Oh, is that cool? Sets the hook for you, pick up the rod and fight the fish. Now, what about guys in Minnesota?
So the nice thing about this is there's two features on this. You can pop this front end off, put this back end on. Now this will set up in a situation where the line just gets pulled out, the flag trips, but it doesn't automatically set the hook. But you can still run over, grab it, and fight the fish.
Hey, Matt, congratulations, the Clam Predator, man. I can't wait. For more information on all of our ice fishing gear, go to clamoutdoors.com. We're stuck on a rock here?
Yeah, we got stuck for a second.
Okay. I'll tell you, you know, this is such a comfortable raft. I'm really amazed, Tim. And how shallow a water can you actually get through?
3 to 4 inches.
3 to 4 inches, that's incredible. But you're gonna get stuck occasionally like that. That's why you wear waders.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't really see in the water real well with the lighting we got, so.
He doesn't make me get out, he gets out.
Yeah, take it easy, pull it, rod tip down, rod tip
Okay,
down.
I'm hooked up, I hooked up. Now that time I watched that bobber go down. This one feels pretty good, doesn't it, Tim?
Oh yeah, that's a good
Oh
fish.
my, look at that, folks. Sun setting, catching big old fish 3 days, 4 days before Christmas. This is awesome. Oh, yes. Look at the rod, guys. I mean, that rod is bent. And that little hook will hold these big fish,
Yep,
too?
we got to give you a little more drag.
Okay, you want a little more drag?
Oh, hang on.
Now, do you worry about the fish getting in the rocks and that?
A little bit. There's some logs and stuff we can get in, but.
Keep my rod tip down?
Yep. You're going to reel up as close to that bobber, but don't reel it tight to the rod.
Okay.
Oops, stop. And then just
Okay.
kind of
Oh, look at him, look at him.
Big brownie.
Oh, we want this fish, you guys. We want this fish.
Take it easy. Just keep them down.
What do I do? What do I do here?
Keep them out down.
Okay.
Keep them down.
Okay.
Pull it up as high as you can here. Now lift high. Oh, no, hang on.
Okay. Okay.
Get them close to the
I'm
raft.
trying, dude.
There you go, lift high.
I am. We got him?
Got him.
We got him! Oh,
Open the
man. You want to talk about a fun fight. And this time of day, I can see that bobber real clearly going downstream.
Oh,
That baby went down and that fight was on. Now, before you lift him up, tell the folks, how did I do fighting him,
You
Tim?
did really good, John. You let him do what he was going to do.
key?
Keeping that rod tip down so they're not flopping all over.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's not easy. I mean, those fish are a lot of power, especially going through with that current. Now, give us an idea on that fish. Tell us, first of all, what it is.
It's a nice female brown trout, all full of eggs. It's probably a 10-pound fish. 8 pounds for sure.
How about the coloring?
That's beautiful. This is butter right here.
I mean, that really is a beautiful fish color-wise, and that's what's so magnificent. And, you know, I always say this. Folks fly out to the West Coast, to Alaska, and we got it right here, don't we?
We do. We got the best brown trout fishing in the world.
Isn't that a beauty? Hold them up one more time. I mean, that really is such a pretty fish. Hey, thank you, man.
No problem, buddy. Let's get her back in the water.
Hey, here we go. I had to reel in there. I was around your line. Oh my, this is so cool, folks. What are we thinking here, buddy? Big one?
Yeah, it's a nice brown.
All right, look at that. And that's amazing. That's right next to a field of ice, too. Okay.
Here she comes.
Okay, whoa. Oh, is she pretty?
I'm going to get her back. It's okay.
She is gorgeous.
Come on.
Doing my best here. I don't know. I actually don't know
go.
what to do.
There you go.
There.
Oh, crap.
Oh, there
Got
we
her.
go. I'll tell you what, they're acrobats and I'm not when it comes to trying to net out of the front of a raft. You know that, Tim? This fish, folks, is absolutely spectacular looking, you know? You know, Tim, I do a lot of fishing. I don't see too many fish as beautiful as that. Explain the coloring on that, if you
These
would.
are gorgeous browns. These ones have all the black spots. Some of them you'll get will have all different color spots. They'll have red and orange on them as well. And the buttery belly. This one's more just the black, kind of a plain brown, but beautiful.
And that is a female.
Yes.
And how do you get your bait? Your eggs?
So a lot of these fish will be dropping eggs. So if they drop a little bit, I'll take a cup and I'll grab what they give me and I'll tie up the bags. Otherwise, I've been using a lot of coho eggs.
Oh, Timmy, we were just about to call it a day, and you're hooked up again, huh?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what a fabulous day of fishing this has been, folks.
Just a little guy, it looks
Oh,
like.
that's okay. Oh, what do we got here?
Steely.
Yeah, now these are, whoa. These are one of the most delicious fish to eat in Lake Michigan, folks. And steelhead is actually a rainbow trout. And Tim's going to show you that in a second here. Now talk about the coloring on the steelhead, Tim.
This is a pretty fresh one. He's getting a little pink stripe and a little bit of dark on the top, but when they first come in, they're chrome. And then as they're in here a little longer, they'll get real dark, get a real defined red stripe down the middle and black on the top.
Well, what a wonderful day. And I want to remind the folks, by the way, that you're doing these float trips if the river's open. If not, you're doing ice fishing for the trout on the rivers, which is fabulous. And when people come, you got everything, right?
Yes, we do. You just got to dress for the weather and bring your food and drinks for the day.
Who doesn't love a bowl of hot chili during the winter holidays? So I decided to get a simple recipe online, but I wanted to make it 10 times better with the Johnsonville mild Italian ground sausage. You can add this to any of your favorite recipes as well. All you have to do is add equal parts of your Johnsonville ground sausage and your ground beef. Ooh, does that smell good? I can't wait to try it. Wow, that is so good. That Johnsonville really made my chili so much better. Johnsonville Italian ground sausage. Find it at your favorite retailer today.
The skies are clear, shine on and on. Wisconsin woods and waters we all own. The skies are clear, shine on and on. The waters and the woods John calls home.
Oh my gosh, look at the head on that. And look at that mouthful of weed. Look at that pike. Are you having fun with the Tim Boats?
Having a great time. Love Beaver Dam.
Oh, look at that, Blake. Holy cow.
Oh my God.
Look at that pike, Blake. Oh my gosh, look at the size of this pike. Oh gosh. That is a trophy pike right there, pal. Oh man, is that gorgeous. Look at this guy, folks. This is a beauty. Wait till you see the tummy on this guy. Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps? Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set? Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Folks, on behalf of Ryan the photographer and Blake and all of us at John Gillespie's Waters and Woods, I'd like to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. Don't know where we're going to fish yet. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.